Today's video, we're going to talk about local action directions, conversion goal inside Google Ads that you may see in your conversion menu in your Google Ads account, as well as the business profile directions conversion goal that spontaneously shows up in your Google Ads account. What this video is about is explaining, yes, what these are if you're not familiar with them already, but why they're BS, and you should not use this data to optimize your campaigns with, okay? If you haven't seen my other videos before, this is the first video you've ever seen. I talk about all the time on this channel about how important conversion data is to your results. You could give me an account with no conversion data and put that side by side with an account with the maximum amount of quality, of volume, and conversion data itself, and I could get 5 to 10 times the results with that one account with the best conversion data versus one with no conversion data. Another way to put it is half the value of advertising funds you're spending with Google is predicated on build-up of conversion data, because that gets you more results than not having conversion data. But there's a lot of little individual things you need to know about conversion tracking and data and related, everything related to get that most ideal conversion data in your account. And one of the things is auto-generated conversion goals and why you shouldn't utilizing those to optimize your campaigns with, because all the ads, the results you're going to get from the conversion data is predicated on correct, accurate data, not crappy data, which Google gives us these conversion tracking goals by default to use to optimize our ads, which they're not actually tracking what they're supposed to track, which is where the problem lies and why I made this video here for you here today. So if you stay to the end of the video, I will explain just how much of a difference this makes on your results getting rid of these in terms of your campaigns currently using these to get your results. So stay to the end of the video so you understand. I have a case study for you. With that said, I am Corey Zyman, owner of Guaranteed PPC, a online advertising agency that specializes in guaranteeing results for clients, that is more profitability from their ads before charging management fees. New campaign, a minimum amount of results with the campaign before charging management fees. We are the only agency on the planet that offers any kind of offer of guaranteed results such as what we offer at our firm. So with that said, getting into the content here. So you will see these two conversion goals, local action directions, business profile directions, in your ad account pop up. And they'll be there automatically. And the reason for that is because it's data from Google's own apps that they're giving you in the ad account. And I want to say that Google wasn't intentionally trying to scam people, but that's ultimately what's going on if you utilize these two goals to make your ads better. Now, what these two things track is people who click the Get Directions button on a Google business profile. And when I say Google business profile, I mean, naturally, when you type in your business name, that what shows up on the right-hand side of Google, that is what I'm talking about. Because with that, you can actually click on Get Driving Directions, and what the business profile directions conversion goal is supposed to track is that exact thing. Now, local action directions conversion goal is supposed to track Google Maps direction clicks. So, because on Google Maps itself, if you're looking for something or in that Google 3-pack and you click on the maps listing and then you click Get Driving Directions, that's specifically what this goal, local action directions, is supposed to track. Now, naturally, everything in terms of conversion tracking in order to get results with your ad campaigns, what you're always trying to set up tracking goals for is to track things that correlate highly with profit or profitability from your ads. The best being actual sales. But if you can't do that, you track leads. And if you can't track leads, track certain things that are like shopping cart abandonment, or people that get or add something to your cart and then maybe not necessarily buy, or people that start to fill out a contact form but don't finish it, that kind of thing, which they call soft conversions or micro conversions. And you would do that and get value out of it, because somebody who fills out a form and abandons, if you can at least get more people like that versus people who don't do that at all, you're going to make more money from your ad spend, because that's more highly correlated with people who buy and then are profitable to you than people who don't or aren't. So with that said, okay, along those same lines, people that are asking for driving directions, if you're a local business or have a Google business profile, if you will, for your local business, would be correlated with people that are going to be like a revenue generating event for you, and therefore profitability that would come from your ads for people that normally do those things versus don't do those things. However, I know from managing enough accounts, dozens of different accounts, that the conversion tracking goals that track these two things, Google business profile direction clicks or Google Maps direction clicks, that it doesn't track accurately. And what it actually does is just track bot clicks. more than anything else. So it'd be nice, Google, if you were able to just differentiate a bot click that's clicking on the get directions button versus not, but they don't do a good job of that at all. So they end up actually just, messing up your campaigns more than anything. It's actually worse than nothing. Using these two conversion goals that automatically propagate into your Google Ads account if you have a Google business profile and it's linked with your Google Ads account, which is when this happens. Our easy way to prove this is some people have a Google business profile and they have a local brick and mortar business dealing mostly with local businesses. And with that, let's say you're just like a survey company that doesn't necessarily have people come into their office. I mean, they can, but they don't. What we'll find on an account like that we're managing, we're getting these goals that are going to be set up by Google inside of our Google Ads account. We'll start showing a high amount of people clicking to get driving directions, which we know for a freaking fact, okay, there ain't no people that Google is saying that there are actually coming into that office. It happens rarely, but almost never. But Google is saying like 15 people in the last month look for driving directions, which there's no freaking way that happens. So I know it's all bot clicks. It isn't Google necessarily, I don't think, jacking up those conversions to make you think that the campaign's working when it's not, to keep you advertising. I just think they don't know how to weed out bot traffic. Or at the very least, if you want to get a bit conspiratorial here, that they don't really care, because like with other initiatives that Google have, like Google Display Network banner ads that you can run, they know how to weed bot traffic out better than what they do, but they don't do it because, that would cut into the revenue, and they don't want to cut into the revenue. So they just kind of turn a blind eye to it, even though they police it somewhat to keep it somewhat under control. They don't police it near enough, even though they could or should. Google's trying to do what's going to make them the most profit, not what's going to make you the most profit, which is why you shouldn't just read Google's documentation on what to do and then just do that. It's like going to the freaking IRS and asking, how should I file my taxes? Of course they're going to tell you whatever they want you to do that's going to generate them the most revenue. Why would they not? And yeah, everybody thinks Google's so different because, I loved you using Google for years. Why would they screw me over? Well, honestly, that's where all the revenue comes in. Of course, they want you to use their product and they don't want you to feel ripped off or be ripped off. But when it comes to actually paying them, they want the most money coming in as possible. And frankly, the goodwill they get from people using the search engine for free allows them to rip off people with their ad spend because they think, how could they scam me? I never had a problem with Google before. And that's how they get away with it. So don't be blinded. Okay, so with that said, should you use these two conversion goals to optimize your campaigns in any scenario? And the answer to that is, what I found, absolutely no. Now, if you are a business like a grocery store, yeah, you could probably see some value using these conversion goals to guide your campaigns and use them as, instead of just deleting the goals, which I recommend 99% of you guys to do, you might be able to see some value from that because there's legitimately a high amount of people that are going to look for driving directions to get to your store. Okay, and they're not going to call very often before coming. They're not going to fill out the form on your site before coming. They're mainly just going to come in, and driving directions is the main thing that they're going to do that you can identify of a trait of those people have and do that leads to a purchase that you can actually optimize your ads from. For almost any other type of business, you should use the phone calls that you're getting prior to coming in. Like if you have a motorcycle gear store, people are going to call before they come in. You could use that as a conversion event to guide your ad campaigns on the backs of that, not the looking for driving directions. That's filled with a lot of bot traffic, and conversion data that has a lot of bot traffic, it screws up everything. Frankly, you don't think it matters very much. It matters everything, honestly. Plus, people that call or fill out the form first and then later on buy use offline conversion tracking to import those purchases into your ad account, which you can easily do once they've initially at least reached out to you in some way before they came in, which you don't get all the sales that way, but you get maybe 20% in it. And that in itself, as long as it's consistent, is enough to get your ads to perform better over time and get to the eventual part of the market that buys, even though it undercounts. Undercounting is not nearly as much as a problem as conversion data that's 80% bot conversions, which then the algorithm gets really confused when that happens, and you actually end up not being able to get anywhere at all with your campaign. I've talked about many times on this channel before about how, basically why the conversion data gets you 5-10 times more results, like I mentioned at the start of this video, it will get you. And the reason for that is because Google's going to sub-segment the traffic that you're paying for tens of thousands of times. When you bid on motorcycle store near me, they're looking at the 10,000 different unique players, or people I should say, that search for that on an ongoing basis. they're going to look at who buys from you or calls first or whatever it is that you're going to be able to ultimately track versus the people that don't. That is, what websites they visit leading up to that search, who they are, what they are, when they're searching, how old they are, what's their income level, what do they like to eat, what hobbies they have, and use all this data to put a signature on the type of person that buys from you ultimately and who doesn't. So they can steer your ads in a more and more accurate way over time so that the people that are really home run prospects for you, your ad shows up not some of the time, but every time and higher up in the list and a bigger ad at that. Or if you're running display ads, a higher percentage of the time versus not at all. You really can't complain about the results you're getting with Google until you give them every last bit of data you possibly can give them and with the most accuracy as possible. Until you've done that, you can't bitch and complain at all. You're just being lazy. That's a guaranteed way to get more results from your ads. Most people just don't want to work and they just want to push. Where's the button I can push where I get instantly rich? And then that's all they want to do. Which, by the way, if you're just not that person in your market, you can easily crush it and be completely rich. You just have to not be the lady that wants it to be done in 5 minutes and then they're done already. So they can stop thinking about their marketing. Marketing isn't that easy. Not anymore. Unless you're in a market with very, very high demand with ultra low competition, you're not going to get by with that. So if that's what you want, don't even waste your time on it and just stay broke, frankly. Don't use these 2 conversion goals to steer your campaign. Come up with another way to do it. Whether that's, like I said, tracking calls, tracking form fills, tracking live chats, which are all great ways to generate some conversion data that would strongly correlate with people who actually buy from you and use that to steer your campaigns with, not this set of goals here that Google's going to set you up with, which, by the way, if you don't know how to do this type of tracking setup, you don't have it, there's no situation where you could say to yourself and lie to yourself honestly and say, oh, what difference does it make if I have conversion data or not? I'm going to kick the out of your campaign when you do not have conversion data and I have conversion data that I'm building up in my account over time about exactly who buys and who doesn't buy. If I have the motorcycle gear store and you do too, and I've got the conversion data racking up my account over time and you don't, I'm going to get further and further and further away from you over time. It's going to get less and less profitable to go along with it because Google's going to have my ad show for the better quality prospects, pushing your ad out of the way. So this isn't really even a debate. If you're serious about making millions of dollars a year in profits from your ad account, you have no room to not track your results nowadays. The ad costs are too expensive. You just got to do it. If you don't know how to do it, reach out to me at my firm at guaranteeppc.com. I'll tell you how to set it up the best way possible for you and then what we can guarantee in terms of results because we set it up well, plus a bunch of other techniques you probably haven't thought about doing yet and you should. Anyway, if you want to reach out to me, I can give you a guarantee of what results we can provide you. If we've already worked in your niche market already, by the way, we can tell you what results we got in your market. We've worked in over 200 niche markets in the last 10 plus years running this firm, of which I can tell you what results we've got in your niche space before. And if you want to buy the ad templates from us that we already use to get those results in your market, you can buy those from us as well. The ads, the landing pages, the campaign template, all of it, which is a great way to start a business from scratch, by the way. We've got people that use these templates to just start a side business, second business, to diversify their income. If you want a turnkey business, essentially, pick a template out from our template inventory, start selling that product or service and outsource the delivery of it to somebody else. And because you have your hands on the actual ad template and funnel that works, you have a business already. Instead of just trying, maybe this will work, I'll try this, maybe this will work. That's dumb when you have a turnkey system for generating sales profitably with the template we can give you. So anyway, if you're interested in that kind of opportunity, let me know. We got people that generate leads and just flip the leads to different business owners in those niche markets because the template works so well even. Anyway, if you're interested in that, let me know. Beyond that, getting back to what I was saying here, case study wise, okay, we had a medical elderly care supply store, store that sells the chairs that lift up. Like if you can't get out of a recliner, push a button and it reclines. I'm sure you've seen these things before. That lifts to help you get in and out of bed if you can't get it out of bed very easily or well. Lifts you put on your vehicle to help you get in and out of it easier, and a bunch of other products like that. Those are the bigger ones that we promoted because they're worth the most money, and the easiest way for a store like that to make money is just to go after those sales because it's just easier to make money that way than selling a $10 bedpan. Okay, you can do that, but I don't recommend you do that at the very least. Do that after everything else. Go after the $3,000 sale. It's much easier to get to where you're profitable quicker. That said, okay, this particular store started out at only doing a few $100,000 a year, and we took them to millions a year just by running the Google Ads campaign successfully and not settling, no tracking because we're too lazy or too short-sighted or cheap or whatever to do the tracking the right way. This particular client also had these local actions, business profile directions set up as conversion tracking goals in their ad account when we started with them. They had that, plus they had phone number clicks, but that was the extent of their tracking. We switched from that alone to tracking every phone call coming in, every form fill coming in, every live chat coming in, because they also had that as well, and weren't tracking it at all, okay? That alone, not doing any kind of revenue tracking, we were able to take them within 2 years from around $300,000 a year in revenue on the same budget, $3,000 a month budget that they were spending, to over $1 million a year in sales revenue within 2 years already. So we basically doubled it every year just with having the right conversion data flooding into the account. Then we added in a little bit later the revenue tracking, which took some coordination, getting them to dump their sales data into an ad account or into a spreadsheet and then sending it over so we can also get that into the account, and doing that as well, which nowadays I would have started doing that much earlier, would have got even better results. Our younger firm, we weren't charging quite as much. We had to limit what we could actually do for the client profitably. Nowadays, there's no benefit of doing it half-assed. There's so much results getting your right revenue and profit into your ad account and using that to steer your ads. There's no point in saving money on it anymore. Particularly if you're looking for an edge, that's your edge more than any other edge you have in your market where you're trying to compete for these customers that are coming through search engines or websites that you're even targeting. But that shows you a perfect example of how much you can make just setting up the tracking the right way and getting rid of this false conversion data that frankly was confusing the hell out of the system and not really getting them anywhere on that ad spend that they were spending for years before we came in and set up the proper conversion tracking and deleted these goals. Get rid of them, and set up some real goals. Every advantage to do this for yourself. And then on top of it, do offline conversion tracking and getting that data into your account as well. Which, by the way, if you want to know the tricks on setting up offline conversion tracking, setting up some of these tracking systems, you don't like hiring firms like us, that's cool, but you should subscribe to this channel at the very least and study the information I have for you here, because it's coming from somebody who spends 40 hours a week legitimately doing ad strategy for the dozens of clients that we have. And therefore, the information I'm giving you is straight from the source. 99% of the information you find online about ad strategy is coming to you from people who don't run any ads. They read Google's documentation, they regurgitate information, they're doing it to make ad revenue, or they're doing it to sell a course. They're just fakers. And for that matter, I only know of one other channel that has any relevant information about advanced strategies that you can use to make money with ads past the very, very, very basic. So if you're going to pay attention to anything, you want to subscribe to this channel. You should also, while you're at it, check out my blog at guaranteedppc.com/blog. The blog has step-by-step information on how to make money with ads using the strategies we use to guarantee results for our clients here, with screenshots with everything you need to use them. So if you like the channel, you should check out the blog as well. You should like that as well. Most people usually like it even better than the channel, in fact. With that said, the moral of the story here is this information, while it's good and probably had good intentions behind it, it doesn't help you make the ads better, and it actually keeps you where you're at, or can even send you backwards if you actually make the campaigns use this data primarily to steer your ads with. So don't use it and don't do it, and just delete it and set up some right goals. It may not help you instantly, but your campaigns can go through the process of getting better. And like our client example I gave you, over the next 24 months, you can legitimately 3x your business if most of your customers that you have now comes through Google Ads just by getting that set up correctly. So with that said, I'll wrap it up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Remember when I said conversion goals was important during this video? Well, this video here tells you how to do it.